All right, well, this video started out as something completely different and I can't get it to work, so we're moving on to something else. This is just going to be a few autumn inspired nail art ideas, and I'm going to start off with High Roller, which is a color from Madame Glam. It's this beautiful reddish brown. And I'm gonna do 2 coats, pop this in the lamp, and then we're going to do that kind of like molten lava dipped nail French that's been around for the past year or so. Or at least I'm gonna attempt to do it because I haven't done it before. So I'm gonna pop this in the lamp and then do a second coat, and I will be back. All right, so I'm going to be using, hello, by the way, welcome to NailsBySora. I did not say hello tonight. I hope you're all doing well. I say tonight because it is 9:51 p.m., but whatever time of day it is you are watching this, I hope you're having a good day, night, evening. Anyway, so I'm using 2 Time from Embo Gel. It's their 3D gel in a tube. It is a medium firm viscosity. It's not going to really stand up and it's still going to move around somewhat on the nail, but it makes it very easy to apply it when it's in the tube because you can just kind of create designs with it without having to use a brush or your fingers or anything. You can just gently squeeze it out in whatever shape you want. And then you can leave it as is, or you can go in with a brush and kind of adjust it however you want. So that's pretty good. I just wanted to soften that bump right there. Now I'm going to give this a full 60-second cure, and then we're going to go in with the chrome. All right, so you can either use chrome pigment. By pigment, I mean powder. You can go in with a gel top coat, flash cure it, scrub in the chrome, and then finish it off as you usually would. Or you can go in with liquid gel paint, which is what I'm going to be using. So I just want to give it a bit of a stir. I always feel a little out of sorts when I start one video and it doesn't work and then have to switch gears. So I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing at the moment, which is probably true. I really don't know what I'm doing at the moment. But let's not know what we're doing at the moment together, shall we? Just taking my my water marbling tool. Going to give it a good mix. You don't want to agitate it too much and put bubbles in. Just go ahead and mix that pigment around. Now I'm going to go in with my little baby blender from Nails by Dev, and I'm going to paint out that French area, going over the raised area that I created. I just want to go in with one of my liner brushes to get the other side so that I can be a little bit more detailed and not get the gel pigment where I don't want it. going to top coat over the entire nail, and that's going to complete this nail. Now I've got to try to figure out what other nails I want to do, because I'm completely pulling this out of my butt now. All right, so I'm kind of in the mood for some line art. And I originally had it on the schedule to do sweater nails today, but I'm going to be doing sweater nail French for my own nails in the next video, and I didn't want to do the same thing 2 videos in a row. But I figure, why not put in a 2D representation of the sweater nail design as just one of our autumn ideas. So I'm going to do 2 coats of I'm Fine. I think that's what color this is. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 coats, and then we're going to go in with actually, I'm trying to think. I think I was going to do some color blocking. Let's go ahead and pull out the center portion. Alrighty, so I'm going to go in with Velvet Matte Top Coat now so that we can paint over it easily. I did intentionally paint the stripes or the block out the color. Sorry, I've got something on the brush. I did intentionally block out the sections off-centered, just to give it a little bit more interest. So this will go into the lamp for a cure, and we'll get into the lines to create the sweater patterns. All right, so I'm going to use alternating colors. Obviously, if I do, there is a way to do color on color when you're doing sweater patterns, and that's if you're doing a 3D embossed effect. Since we're doing this in 2D, there would be no purpose to do color on color unless you wanted to do matte versus shiny, and then you would have a shiny finish on the cable knit design. But we're not going to do that for this one. What we are going to do is take some of I Am Fine, and we're going to create vertical lines parallel to each other. Leaving space in between, trying to make them as even as possible in terms of width and length. We can always go back over them once we have them all plotted out. We're going to add a little something to it. So once you've got your parallel lines, you want to connect the bottom of the left one with the top of the right one. And kind of a loose S formation. And you want to make sure it continues off the nail so it doesn't look like it stops or starts abruptly. If you want to make it a little bit thicker at this point, you certainly can. And then before we do the 2 side panels, we're going to give this a cure. So for the side panels, we're just going to create a braided effect. And that's easily done by creating kind of like a bloated hash mark, like so. And then following it up with another one going in the opposite direction. You're just going to continue that down in a line. If you feel the need to, you can absolutely cure as you're going. Try to make sure that they don't touch each other. Otherwise, they're going to blend into one. I'm going to go ahead and cure that because I believe the 2 did just touch and I want to make sure that they stay separate. All right, so I was on the fence about keeping it part matte and part shiny, but I think I'm going to go over and do a full shiny top coat. So I want to border out the color blocked areas. So I'm just going to go over the lines I already created with this lighter nude called Belle Epoque. That way it stands out a bit more. And then we're going to top coat and move on to the next nail. right, for our last nail for tonight, I'm starting off with high roller, 2 coats on the nail, and I'm going in with some gold foil just at select areas to create an abstract pattern. I have more gold foil somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Was kind of hoping for some larger pieces. Just sticking it down to the tacky layer that's on top of the cured gel. Switching to a silicone tool, which is a little bit softer and will help it mold a little bit better to the shape of the nail. I'm just going to go over it with matte top coat. If you can't get it all the way flat, like I am having trouble, don't worry about it. This is not going to be the final layer of gel. We'll be able to go over it and encapsulate it perfectly. All right, so I'm switching gears midstream because I kind of had an idea for something else. I've been wanting to do something with like picture frames, and I do have these metal cuts, these metal pieces, but it's not quite large enough for the area that I want to cover. Let me see if I have a larger one. Nope, these are the largest ones I have. So what I want to do is I want to go in with my crazy top coat, and I'm going to draw out a 3D circle. And then I'm going to paint it out in the gold. So taking one of my liner brushes, I'm going to try to do an oval. So I think I've already cured this too much because I thought midway through doing this, I thought I'd want to try some isolated chrome work. So I'm going to take some of my iGel Beauty Chrome and I'm just going to go over the circle. Now Katie Dutra posted a hack for removing the excess chrome from the nail. And I had seen it before, but I didn't know that it was necessarily a hack. I just thought someone was, you know, I don't know what I thought. But if you have a sponge, a makeup sponge, you should be able to just swipe over it and it's going to remove the excess powder from the nail. It's kind of working, but not 100%. Just going in with a little bit of acetone around the area. So now what do I want to put in the middle? I don't want to paint over the gold that's already there, the gold flakes. I'm going to fill it in with base. Where's my base? So I'm going to do matte top coat. And I'm going to kind of flood it so that it's raised and creates some kind of depth with what's below it. All right, and now I think I'm going to paint in some gold roses. Or not. I don't even know if you can even see it. I'm so tired at this point. All right, so I've gone in and kind of created like this kind of fuzzy, antique-y mirror look. I think that's come across. I'm not quite sure, but I want to go in and put some of these gold stars in, and then I'm going to call it an evening. And maybe I'll post this, and maybe I won't, because I honestly don't know what to think of it at this point. So I'm going to go over everything with a base coat because I have not sealed in the chrome yet. All right, so these are the 3 nails from tonight. I think they came out reasonably well considering about halfway through I wanted to throw all of my nail supplies out the window. Um, we all have those nights, things just don't go the way we want them to, and honestly, I don't know that I was even in the mood to do any nails tonight, but I felt I should, and that's never a reason to do it. So if you need to take a night off, just always listen to your guts, but in the end, I think we got some nice designs out. So thank you for joining me. Sorry, things were all over the place, and I promise to be better next time. Take care, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.